up, Virgo? How we doing, my darlings? All right, let's get into your collective reading. God has blessed it. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Virgo, I am using my Time Traveler's Oracle deck. It's so accurate. It's so good. It's really going to speak to you and vibe with you. So apply it as best it seems to be speaking to you in your circumstance or situation. Right, we're going to look at your recent past, your current energy, and what's upcoming for you, quite possibly, Virgo. So yes, darling, apply it how you can. Recently, we have freedom. Number 16, 1963, baby. I Have a Dream speech by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., baby. Oh, yes, that's what we doing. So, standing at the mountaintop, right? Focus. Number 15, the Shaolin Temple in China. So, focus on your wins. Focus on your freedom. Focus on fighting for what you know you need to do. Fighting for your rights. You know, civil rights activism was what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was all about. And so I feel like there's some kind of conversation. Maybe it was a verbal thing. Maybe it was an email thing, text thing, whatever the case. But you let it be known where you're at, what you want, what you're looking for, where you're headed. You know what I mean? And for some of you, for a lot of you, it was a fight. It was one of those things that you've spent a lot of time and effort and energy thinking on. Like, this wasn't just a spur of the moment type speech. No, this was something you wrote, you edited, you rewrote again. And then maybe you were like, okay, it's time for me to express this. Because this is about being free. For some of you, this could be a job situation where you were kind of teeter-totter about if you were going to resign, if you were going to, stick with it, whatever the case is. We'll get more into it. But I feel like there was some kind of freedom, liberation you were wanting here, Virgo. And you know what? More than likely, you got it. Because when you put that kind of time and effort into something, it usually works out the way you're hoping. Again, yes, exactly. Magic. Number 26, Glastonbury, Britain. So, yeah, this is like you jump in leaps and bounds. You started at 16, now you're at 26. This is magic. This is things that are not ordinary necessarily. Because you decided to step out on faith and free yourself and give your speech, give your feelings, this is creating magic in your life. Things that you thought were so far impossible are actually happening for you. And a lot of times, Virgo, it's because you decided to speak up. It's because you decided to say, you know what, I'm so focused right now. I'm going to think about the things that I want and manifest those. And if it means you having to free yourself from other circumstances, situations, people, whatever, so be it. Because magic is like, you know what, Virgo? I like what you did there. I like how you stepped up and you spoke up for yourself, because so many people, oftentimes, they just don't. They just don't. If you can have faith, if you have faith that what you're seeking is possible, it becomes possible. It's like magic. And that's what's happening here. So this chalice here is a lot of times referred to like the chalice of Christ. The last cup he drank from before his death and resurrection. And so, there's a lot of philosophers and people who, if they could find this chalice, it would bring them all the magic in the world, because it's the magic Jesus drank from, the chalice he took before it all changed. And so it's like you've found that chalice. You found it, whether you were looking for it or not. It came to you. And so if you drink from this, whatever you're wanting, whatever you're hoping for is on the way. And you have breakthrough. Number 5, the moon landing. So freedom, 1963. The moon landing, 1962, 65, 60 something. So this is all happening in the same time frame. But your magic It's allowing this breakthrough. I feel like for a lot of you Virgos, this is something that, which I just found out recently. I don't know. She's an American actress. Her name is Zendaya, and she is a Virgo. And you know, I have really liked her for a very long time. She seems very smart, very talented, and like she is a woman of intent. And I found out recently she was a Virgo, so it's just like, oh, okay. I've always liked Virgos, but yeah, it's just kind of cool. Anyway, so yeah, this breakthrough is coming through. You know, your magic, your freedom, your intention, your focus, it's all leading you to something that's really about to be like groundbreaking change for you, Virgo. Like it's almost like the exact thing that you wanted to happen is about to happen. And it's something that you haven't done before, something you haven't experienced before. It's breakthrough, a brand new situation. But you know what? It's very blessed. It's very timely. It's very prosperous. So you have transformation here, number 40, and that's Rumi of Persia. So your freedom speech allowed you this breakthrough. It allowed you this time to really just kind of say, listen, this is what it is. This is happening. I am, hold on guys, hold on. I am, oh, it says number 40. Did I say 46? My bad. It's dramatic. You know, the freedom speech allowed you your independence, but it probably also came at a time where things were just a little bit hectic. You know, that's because things had to change, and they couldn't change softly. They had to change loudly. And it's like an enlightenment, you know what I mean? It's your transformation where you have to let faith have its work. You have to trust that what you said, what you wanted, your freedom speech was effective. And I feel like now you know it was. You know what I mean? But it's that delicate dance where it's like, okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this. And hopefully it works out. Possibly it could have been something you delivered musically or through poetry or through something that was a little bit in not conventional, but you know, it resonated how it was supposed to. Okay, so higher consciousness, number 21, Sirius, Pleiades, and Arcturus. I'm not reading the pronunciations, but let me show you this. So your magic is thriving because your higher conscious is in tune, is in depth, is intact. And it's like, sometimes we're not always on that level. But right now for you, Virgo, you are. Your spiritual, your mental, your emotional, it's all clicking, you know, in full cylinders. So your higher conscious is giving you the ability to create the magic that you want. Faith the size of a mustard seed. Sometimes it's just about being able to be willing to see how your life can change. And it does change just because you were willing to see it. A lot of times their limitations are very limited. You know, they're very short, very, you know, very clustered. Whereas you're like, sky's the limit. I know what my spirit is telling me, and we can go all the way. And your spirit is like, you know what? Yeah, we absolutely can. So you have number 17, grounded, and that's Uluru in Australia. So this breakthrough is totally you. You know, you're a very grounded sign. You have courage here. The Vikings in the New World. So, you know, you're approaching uncharted territories. And so grounded is like letting you know, you got this, Virgo. You just continue to be authentically you, and your breakthrough is coming. It's going to be big, but you stay humble, you stay grounded, and you'll be fine. You're just, courage is calling for you to have it and keep it. So whatever happens, you know, it's all for your good. You created it, you manifested it, it's for you. Like, subscribe, share. Talk to you soon.